Hello and welcome. Conservative View from New Hampshire is a daily podcast where we shine a light on the happenings of the day. Conservative View from New Hampshire is a proud partner of and contributor to the Liberty Loft. My name is Ray Cardello, and I'm your host for today's podcast. So let's get started with today's commentary for September 1st, 2022. This is episode 47 of season 12. Mr. President, Taiwan is on the line. We have seen in every possible situation that Joe Biden and his administration are not proactive, but slow to react and always many steps behind. The fentanyl crisis is a good example. Since Biden opened the border 2 years ago, American deaths have grown to over 100,000 per year. Death by fentanyl poisoning, and let's not call it an overdose, it's a poisoning, is now the number one cause of death in Americans 18 to 45. Someone must have finally let Joe in on the problem because now he says we have to do something. Well, where have we been for 2 years and lost 200,000 people? It's way too late, Joe, and unless your solution involves building the wall and shutting down the border, move along. You are just giving us lip service. With the Chinese and Mexicans now manufacturing rainbow-colored fentanyl tablets to attract younger users, these foreign enemies are looking to expand the range of dead Americans. This is a war on Americans, and Biden is doing nothing. They did declare yesterday a day of overdose awareness. That will solve the problem. Not. The tensions in the regions around Taiwan have been heating up for some time, but what was brought to the attention of many by the recent visit by Nancy Pelosi to the island country. The Chinese are a significant player in this exploding issue. Taiwan is in the crosshairs of China's military, and Biden is mute on the subject. Even Germany is acting, sailing a fleet of ships to the region to show support for Taiwan. They will join our existing vessels in the area for joint exercises as the Chinese and Russians perform their exercises. This has all the earmarks of a building international hot button, and our president has not acknowledged the situation. Can we assume that this is another example of China controlling our president, or just another example of our president being oblivious? On the day that Pelosi was in Taiwan, the Chinese made good on its threat to escalate activities against Taiwan. Economic controls were tightened between Taiwan and the mainland, and missiles were launched over the island daily. Just yesterday, Taiwan shot down a Chinese drone after the drone was not removed from Taiwan airspace, when warning shots were launched at it. This act is definitely one of provocation as China flexes its muscles and reinforces its intention to invade and take over Taiwan. Taiwan will be no match should it be attacked and invaded by the Chinese military. With the size and strength of the Chinese military, the coalition of Taiwan allies may be unable to thwart a Chinese action. The United States, Germany, Australia, or any other country can afford to be caught in a crossfire should a conflict arise. Biden and the White House showed their anger towards Speaker Pelosi when she visited Taiwan, even leaking the schedule of her trip, which put the Speaker in grave danger. When will Joe Biden turn his attention outward to what is forming in the South Pacific and take steps to avoid conflict before shots are exchanged? It is past time for him to ditch the aviators and open his eyes to what is happening and get ahead of the curve. It will do nothing for Taiwan to wait until after an invasion to react. Pick up the phone, Mr. President. Taiwan has dialed 911. Hopefully, you are not on vacation. Thank you for joining me today. You have been listening to Conservative View from New Hampshire, a proud partner of the Liberty Loft. We hope you have enjoyed today's podcast and will share it with a friend. Until tomorrow, make the best of yourself and your day.